This is a build that you can use since Act 1 and I just finished Act 3 and I've been doing Atlas with this build, so let's have a look. Don't forget to subscribe. Hello guys and welcome to one more Path of Exile video, and this time I want to talk about my build. So I have a build, it's like a 3 elemental build. I've been doing some updates and I mean I don't regret doing this build, it's working so well. I did some changes and at this moment I think I'm just gonna progress with this build because it's so easy to use and I have everything with this build. I have HP, I have damage, I have defense, I have everything that I need to do all the maps, and I've been doing well with this build. So let's have a look and talk about my build at the moment. I'm still missing some support gems. I need to get some more sockets in, but the most important skills to me, I have 3 sockets, so that's perfect. So I'll go through all the skills, explain them and when I use them, and then I show you my passive tree and I talk all the combinations and the sequence I do to basically kill everything I need to, bosses, everything. Okay, so this is pretty simple to use, so let's just have a look at this build. So these ones are from the weapons. I'm using 2 weapons because I have a lot of buffs and you need a lot of spirit for that. So I'm using a scepter that gives me more spirit so I can use more buffs because I basically don't need much more skills. Even I have frost bomb and I don't use it that much. So starting with the life remnants, this is from the CDC. I have 2 skills there, so I have one that will increase my recovery from life flasks, and then I have one that increases my mana regeneration. Then I have flame wall, so on the flame wall I have 40% more effect, 40% skill effect duration, and does less damage but creates a circle instead. And this is very good to me because with this I'm gonna do a circle. My main skill damage is spark, so this way every way that sparks are going will be converted with fire damage as well. And don't forget, life remnants is very good because we'll spawn these remnants that you can catch and get some HP back. Then I have arpg. This is one of the last buffs you will be able to get. This one amazing. You get more 5% damage as extra lighting on any skill, and your damage increases for each 100 mana. As you guys can see, I have 1180, which is a lot, so it's increasing my damage a lot as well, but will make you spend much more mana, and that's why I have a passive skill tree to help with this. Then I have this one, 4% of life recovered on kill. This will help me to survive, and some more 1+ level to almost support the lightning skills. Then I have the Grim Fist. This will help you to stay alive as well. So when you kill, you have a 50% chance when you kill an enemy to spawn these remnants. And these ones will give you shield, energy shield, which will help you to stay alive. This one will help me to regenerate my life. Then we have Spark, which is my main skill that does most of my damage. Basically, it fires 13 projectiles. And then I have this one that these projectiles will be will be skills fork projectiles. So basically each projectile will split in 2, okay, and those 2 will do 15% less damage, but still will be a lot of spark everywhere doing damage to every monster that comes to attack me. Then I have this one, support skills deal 12% more elemental damage for each skill used recently. So basically I use the 3 types of damage. I use flame wall for the fire damage. I use the ice wall as well, frost wall, which is other damage, and lightning of course. Then I have this one, recovers 12% of my life over 4 seconds when I call an enemy, so it's basically execute. Then I have the mana remnants because we spend a lot of mana with this build, so 25% chance to spawn a remnant that basically will give you kill on or when you critical hit a shocked target. So I have a lot of critical hit as well. Then we have the mana tempest. This is like an emergency skill, or when you have like a rare that you need to kill or a boss. This will empower your skills as lightning damage 66%. They will buff your damage, but you will spend much more mana. So because of that, I have this support skill that makes me spend 40% less. I have this one will make my skills to cost 25% more fastest. I have this one that will empower my skills, giving me Calling Strike, so I can execute rares, I can execute everything. Then Frost Bomb, I rarely use this one, so this is up to you. You can use a different skill instead of this one, but Frost Bomb deals more damage, less area effect, and spell echo once. So when I cast this skill, will spawn 2 Frost Bombs instead of 1. Then Orb of Storms. This is an important skill that I use as well. This one, when you spawn it, it will form a orb that each time I use my spark will do some more damage with it. And a couple more of things. So with this, Orb of Storms will penetrate 30% of lightning resistance, and with this one will not freeze, shock or ignite, but will consume freeze, shock or ignite. I apply freeze, I can apply shock, and I can apply ignite as well with the flame wall. So this is very useful to increase my damage. Then this one, support skills deal 40% more damage when it's against enemies that are on low life. Another thing that you can use on Orb of Storms as well is the one that knocks back the enemies, so this way you will be safer, okay? And finally, we have Frost Wall. This one deals cold damage. Another emergency skill I use when I feel I'm struggling with too much enemies, or there's a rare that is doing a lot of damage and I need to get rid of him. I just spawn Frost Walls. You have 3, you can cast 3 times, so it's very useful and does a lot of damage. This one will make 50% more freeze build up, exposure to supported skills, and will make my energy shields to recharge immediately. So this is very useful to keep me alive as well. So basically, after this, the sequence I use is basically I spawn the flame wall, I spawn the Orb of Storms, and then I just spam spark. Okay, I spam spark everywhere, as you guys can watch in this video. And it's basically it. It's these 3 skills. When there's not much enemies, I just spawn Orb of Storms and spark, and that's it. When there's more enemies, I spawn Orb of Storms, Flame Wall, and then I spam spark a lot. And spark is very easy to use because you don't really need it to target one enemy. They will spread everywhere, especially with the fork, and it's very easy to use because no matter how much enemies or where they are coming from, you will always hit them with this, and it's very good. And then with all the HP that I get back and everything, it's very, very good. If there's really a lot of monsters or rares and you want to kill them fast, then I use the Mana Tempest. The Mana Tempest will make me cast faster because of this, will give me more damage, so it just annihilates everything that is on the way. So that's basically it. As you guys can see, it's not that complicated. It's mainly 3 skills and 2 as an emergency, and Orb of Storms and Frost Bomb I use it not that much, so you don't need to worry about those ones. Regarding my gear, I have some decent gear. So I have these potions. I had better ones, but these modifiers were not that good, so I had to change it. I only have 1 charm. I have these gloves. Remember that you really need good resistance, which I don't have at the moment. My fire is really bad. I need some fire resistance. Cold resist is not that bad. Lightning is kind of low, but I really need more fire. So keep in mind, especially for endgame, you really need good resistance. On the ends, I'm looking for mana, maximum life, resistance. They are very, very important. And a trick is to press your Alt key so you can see the tier of your modifiers, okay? So imagine tier 5, it's medium, tier 10 is the best one, okay? So that's what you want to look for, okay? So this is the range you can get from 55 to 64. So I really need mana, so this is a really good one. Maximum life, energy shield, maximum energy shield, fire resistance, cold resistance, and also gives me life per enemy. And then I have this socket just to increase my lightning damage and lightning resistance. Then I have this wand giving me lightning damage, spell damage, mana, some critical chance and spell damage. I have these 2 rings. I don't really need that chaos damage, but well, and neither dexterity, but it's the best ring I've got so far. I have this one, this chest, really good as well, tier 9. For maximum life. You guys really need a good amount of life. I still have this head since 38, guys, since 38, because this is giving me intelligence, critical chance. I really didn't got any better than this at the moment. I have this amulet, level 30 as well. Same thing, still looking for better than this. Then this ring as well, since level 40, as you guys can see, when your gear is good, you're gonna keep it for a while. These boots are quite recently, so item level 64, tier 8, maximum life, tier 6, maximum mana, cold resistance, really good as well. This belt, since level 20, as you guys can see, some good stats as well. And lastly, I have this unique one, scepter, which is corrupted, and it was a good corruption because it gave me some more quality and spirit. This one is really good. It increased my mana regeneration. This one will be different, depends if I'm alone or not. If I'm with a party member, I'll get this effect. And lastly, I will have this, which is a buff, okay? This gives me Malice, which emits aura that inflicts critical weakness on enemies. This critical weakness, let's see if we can see, where is it again? It gives a higher chance to critical hits. As you guys know, I have a lot of critical hit chance plus critical hit damage, so this will be perfect with my build, okay? I've been checking all the stuffs and stuff, but this is what I got at the moment. Eventually I'll get better stuff and will be really, really good. So now let's have a look at the passive skill tree. I'm gonna leave the link below with my complete passive skill tree. At the moment, I'm still missing some points, as you guys can see. I'm 68 at the moment. So basically, I have these ones here, okay, to increase my spell damage, cast speed. Then I got these ones, okay, this one will increase my mana regeneration and HP, and this one as well, life. This one will give me critical hit chance, and then I got this one to give more mana regeneration. From the Axe DC, I have the Sanguinemacy and the Vitali Siphon to give me some leech and keep me alive. Then I went this way to get this spell damage and critical hits. Another thing, eventually I'll get this one back with spell damage, and if I need more mana regeneration, I'll take this one as well. Then I got this way, critical hit chance. If you are in Act 1, you really want to go this way first, okay? Go this way, get these ones for the spell damage. Act 1, you want to get these ones and then get these ones, okay? As Act 1, Act 2, aim for these and then aim for these, and then as you progress, aim to go to this way first to get these critical hit chance spells. Okay, these are very good, they will increase a lot of your damage, and then go this way, okay, until you get this one and this extra intelligence. Okay, it gives you more 25 plus 8. If you feel like you don't really need it, then you can use it somewhere, but it will help to increase your damage and everything, and shield as well. Mana, I mean. Then, when you got more points, after getting these, you want to get these ones, alright? Get these ones, critical damage, critical chance, and then this is the moment that you feel the power of this build. Because I have these three, so this one, 30% increase the elemental damage if you have chilled the enemy recently, which I do with Frostwall and Frostbomb. Then 30% increase the elemental damage if you choke the enemy recently, which I do with my lightning skills. And 30% increased elemental damage if you ignite the enemy recently, which I do with the flame wall. Okay, so I get more 90% damage with these ones. After that, you want to get this way and to get these ones to increase your critical hit chance and critical hit damage. Okay, critical hits, it's very good for this build. And eventually I want to complete these ones. Okay, get these two because all of those give me critical hit chance and damage. And I've not spent these points because I really need more mana regeneration after getting the Archmage. You really need that mana. So getting these ones was very important, okay? Especially this one here. So these ones give increased mana regeneration and more mana. And this one gives spell damage, 3% spell damage for each 100% mana. And then this one gives you 50% increased mana regeneration while you're moving, okay? So it's very good if you want to do a fast run and clean the map really fast. You want to keep moving even when you're casting. So eventually, if I need more mana regeneration, I'll get these ones. But after getting these, I'm thinking to complete these ones here first, okay? Just to increase my damage. And finally, my plan is to get these ones, which will give increased damage with elemental element, cold exposure, fire exposure, and lightning exposure, because this way you will have a more chance to increase your ignites, freeze and everything, and with this will complement this and will be more damage. So this is basically my build, and I can show you guys. I have a link for the max roll where I built my tree, which is this one. And as you guys can see, this is my plan, which is I'm doing now. As you guys can see, getting these, I already got most of it. Probably I'll get these ones as well to get in critical hit damage. But I'll see how it goes. If I feel like I already have a lot of critical hit damage, then I'm not using these ones, and I'll be getting these ones to increase, to penetrate the cold resistance, fire resistance, and lightning resistance. Okay, this is my build. I think it's very easy to use for everyone. It's not complex. You don't need to aim the target. You just need to spam it, basically. So that's basically my build, guys. I'm gonna leave you with some gameplay so you guys can see me using this build. At the moment, I'm doing Atlas. Okay, I just started with Atlas, doing some maps, and I finished Act 3 with this build, and it's working lovely. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna leave you with some gameplay of this actual build. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, this build. If you have any comments, questions, you can leave it below, comment below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, it's a huge support if you press that like, subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for all the support, and see you next time, guys.